And one of the first things we did was to write a mission statement, and it wasn't my mission statement. Rather, I got everybody together. I think there were about 240 employees, and we just asked them what their core values were, what they thought was most important, and we kind of rank ordered them, and we came up with five core values, and we put them together in a mission statement. We sent it out via email and asked for recommendations and changes and so on, and eventually we came up with a mission statement, which was essentially devised and written by the athletic department, which I think is important, because when you get a lot of buy-in, when you have a lot of ownership, you're more apt to make it work. And then I sat down and I listened to everybody in the athletic department. We brought them in groups of 5, sometimes 6 or 7, and just tried to find out what they did, and asked them for suggestions, ideas. And most of them had never been in that office before, and if nothing else, they appreciated that. And so we went from there. And so I don't want to portray again that it was a total wreck. Some good things, but I do think there was quite a bit of stress, and it seemed like there'd been a consultant that had been brought in who had come from a corporate model, and the idea was to keep ratcheting up expectations and goals, and of course eventually you get painted into a corner where there's not much more you can do. And I think some people had hit that point where they were kind of at loose ends as to what they might do to hit higher goals. And so,
can you talk about, with 5 minutes before your first game you coached, what emotions did you have as you were getting ready to go out on the field for the first time to be a head coach?
Well, I was hoping that I would be able to function just like I had as an assistant. You know, I called plays and all that, and would it be totally different? And much to my relief, I found that it wasn't much different. And also it was very good that we played well that day, and took it to UCLA pretty well, and so it kind of got us off to a relatively good start. And but even having said that, we ended up 9-2-1, and there was not great rejoicing within Husker land over 9-2-1, and the fact that we lost Oklahoma 27-0 down there, and I don't think we might not have even gotten across the 50-yard line. They had probably the finest defense that I'd ever seen, and part of it was them, maybe part of it was us, I don't know, but fortunately we were able to go down and beat Texas at the end of the year, and otherwise I think it would have been pretty rough around here if we hadn't beaten Texas.
Of all the hats that you wore on, what's been the most enjoyable?
Oh, I would say coaching. I enjoyed that because I really enjoyed the interaction with the players. I enjoyed the strategy, the intricacies of the game, and the challenge. And so those were also some of my lowest moments, but I think probably more of my best moments were as a coach. And above all, I think you had the feeling that you had a chance to make a difference in the lives of a lot of people, and not that you don't as athletic director or as a teacher, but there's a tighter bond with your players over a long period of time, and you have more teachable moments because their egos, their self-worth is on the line, and what you say to them, you can be very critical and just devastate them, or you can be supportive, and it means a lot to them. And so oftentimes you'll have players tell you things that you said 30 years ago that you don't even remember, but it stuck with that guy, and you realize that you do have a chance to make an impact in a way that very few people have a chance to make an impact with a group of people.
Tom, 2 years ago you wanted a new academic center, a new basketball facility, practice facility. What are your plans now for the future here at the university? What would you like to see?
Well, I think that the basketball practice facility, of course, should be done in 2 years, a little bit less than 2 years now. The Student Life Center will be done in less than a year. And those will be really big. Student Life Center will help every one of our sports, but with the completion of the recruiting path and the Student Life Center, there's really not much I can think of that we could do for football, facilities-wise, that would make it any better. And it's got to be somewhere near the top of the Big 12, somewhere near the top nationally in terms of facilities. And of course, basketball, that practice facility will help a lot. We're still in the process of trying to figure out whether a new arena is going to happen or not. And I'm thinking within the next 2 or 3 months, it'll either be go or no-go. And if it looks like it's a no-go, then we've got to start doing things to Devaney right away, because we can make that a better venue. And if we have a new arena, we will do some things to Devaney, but not as much. And then, of course, we're doing a 10-year facilities assessment. In other words, what is the athletic department going to need? What's it going to cost? Do we have a major overhaul to the stadium we don't know about? Do we have some degradation of the structure that may cost us $50 million? So probably within the 4 or 5 months, we'll have a pretty good idea of where we need to go over the next 10 years financially.